And looks like we have begun with the pre-show.
Gotta love the pre-show.
I do. And there's going to be an echo, but I can fix it. I fix
Okay.
it. It's
You do.
it's a
One of the
miracle.
reasons we do the pre-show.
That's why we got to work out all the kinks, We'll see. We got the viewer count. It's already at 200 people in the chat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. They were all waiting for us to start the pre-show. That's a lot. Boy, we're going to have a lot of people on tonight. This is exciting.
This is very exciting. This is it's going to be crazy. Should I start the Q&A or should we wait? What do you think? So they can put questions in early or do it later?
I would wait.
You don't let them filter in?
They're going to flood us with Q&A.
Yeah.
You know that.
Let's
hold off.
Actually, that's a good idea because we're probably going to talk about a lot of the things they're going to ask about.
Exactly.
So after we share all the info, then we bring up the Q&A. It'll be fresh questions. I like
Beautiful idea.
I like
Beautiful.
it. How's the chat doing? Thanks for being here. Is there football or something on tonight? Like, what are people giving up?
Oh, yeah. The Patriots are playing tonight on Thursday.
Oh, nothing to see there.
Oh, not anymore. Oh, man. Yeah, but you know what? With all these people, 300 now. Man, I'm curious as to where everybody's from. Maybe they can put the state or country you're watching Silver Pros from in the chat.
Yeah, let's see who's the farthest away. So, yeah, let us know your state or country. We got a minute and a half before we get going here. I see Florida. In Texas, California, Oregon. What's up, Oregon?
Where are my New Hampshireites? Come on, lift for your dice. Let's see you.
I don't see any.
Texas, Nebraska, Colorado.
Wyoming.
We do have some Canadians in the house.
Oh, no.
Puerto Rico. Hi, Angel. Awesome.
All right. So, yeah, as far as farthest away, I guess if you get too far away, the time change could be brutal.
That's true.
Oh, someone's from Uranus. Okay,
I saw that. Real life. OKC. Yeah.
We're going to give that to them. If you're from Uranus, you win the farthest away.
Which is nothing, but we do have some giveaways tonight that are going to blow your mind.
Oh, my gosh. This is going to be one of the best giveaway live streams we've ever done, actually.
Yeah, this is huge.
Yeah. Are we doing, how many, we're doing 3 or how many giveaways are we doing?
3.
Oh my gosh.
3 giveaways, right? Yeah, two amazing. I can't. I don't even want to make a mistake talking about what we're going to show because I really don't. Old Yankee, making a mistake and letting it out first. No, don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, we got about 5 seconds here. All right. I'm gonna do this. You ready for this?
Let's go. I'm excited.
All right. So. Welcome to Silver Pros, and I'm your host, Silver Dragons. I'm joined by my awesome co-host, Yankee Stacking. What's up, Yankee?
Hi, Dragon. So good to be here on Season 6, Episode 14 of Silver Pros.
Absolutely, and tonight we have some very special guests, as you all have seen from the thumbnail, and a very, very exciting announcement. It's going to be the next release in the Scottsdale Mint Commander series. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but yes, I know you're all excited. We've been getting so many questions constantly, emails. What's it going to be? When's the coin going to drop? Yep. And it's tonight.
Tonight, the next coin is dropping, and everybody that is on this live stream right now is going to see it for the first time, and Dragons, they're going to have access through a secret link you can only get here on Silver Pros.
No way.
For early access to this new design. All right. And of course, the giveaways, right? We're giving away some of the new design tonight. So stick around to the end for that. By the way, can I just say the GA rules really quick?
Yeah. How can they enter?
Because people want to know. They're going to say, how do I get in?
Right.
It's quite simple. You just need to subscribe to my good friend Silver Dragons. Make sure you're a subscriber. Make sure you put something in his chat. Okay? It doesn't matter what it is, but you got to be active in the chat. Get those names in there. I will harvest those names, put them on the wheel of names, and we'll spin it. You do need to be, for the giveaways, a U.S. Resident for the giveaways. All right? But But yeah, everybody's going to be able to have a shot at buying these early with that secret link we're going to
That's
give out.
true. That's true. And probably one of the cooler things is you're going to be able to talk to the CEOs of SD Bullion and Scottsdale Mint. We're going to have a live Q&A. It's going to be insane. So I guess should we bring them in?
Yeah, two companies.
All
Let's
right.
introduce them.
All right. We're very excited to have the two companies that are bringing you the Commander series with us to discuss the Commander series, answer a lot of questions. So let's bring them in. We have Chase Turner, the CEO of SD Bullion, and Josh Fair, CEO of Scottsdale Mint. Welcome, guys.
What's going on, fellas?
Thank
Happy
you.
to be here.
Yeah.
So we're so glad to have you. This is an honor for us. Chase, there's been a lot of questions about this next Commander series. You know that, right? And I've been sending you comments,
Yeah.
sometimes even during our Silver Pros. I'm texting you, going, dude, they're asking for the next one. So I guess let's just start right there. What are we releasing tonight? Why? And from what it seems like from the community inquiries, why did it take so long to get this third Commander series released?
Yep. I
Come
am
on.
very aware of very aware of all the messages you've been sending me. And usually you send them to me and I go next door to Cole and say, Cole, they're wanting answers over here. And then he goes to Josh's team, hey, they're wanting answers here. And anyways, so it's been it has been some time between. We know that, and that's what we're here to talk about tonight and unveil the next Commander, which we're super excited about because there's been a lot of updates and I would say changes, improvements made between Patton and what we're about to unveil tonight. So we're going to go through and talk about that. So let's lay a little groundwork here with the Commander series. About a year and a half ago, Josh shows me that exact coin at lunch, the Napoleon coin. I absolutely fell in love with it. It was the largest 5-ounce piece of silver that Scottsdale's produced. And Josh, being the innovator that he is, if you've seen the tombstones bars they do, if you've seen the stack, everything Scottsdale does, everybody knows it's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was an amazing concept, and we wanted the series, and we got it, luckily. We launched Napoleon on this channel. It went great. Josh and I got the launch patent in Berlin. That release went great. And then there was two kind of consistent things on both of those releases that kept coming back from the community. The first one was the face of the Commander would have scratches on it. That was one of kind of the main things that we kept seeing from customers, and Scottsdale's team was aware of it. Our team was aware of it. And so that was one thing. The next thing that we kept seeing from the community was the edge or the rim.
Yeah,
I
there
loved
it. Is right
it.
there. Yeah.
Josh loved it. Yankee, you liked it. You were the one who termed it like the infinity edge.
The infinity edge, like an infinity pool.
I thought it was innovative. And it came with some problems. And some of the feedback was people thought it was cheap, cheaply made, which was not true. It was actually, Josh can talk about this in a little bit. It was actually much harder to strike with an open collar like that than it is what we've done now. So what we learned, and I had to have numismatic experts basically explain this to me, was that because of that open collar like that, the airtight case that these come in, because every one of these comes to you in a protective plastic airtight case, it would move in transit. And that was what was causing the scratching. And so at the end of the day, we were kind of left with this decision of, what are we going to do here and how are we going to do it? And we went to work with Scottsdale. They've always been great partners. We tried different ways of saying, what if we shipped it without the airtight case? What if we did this? What if we did that? And at the end of the day, it kept kind of coming back to the same thing, which was the coin people and the coin teams, they wanted to change the edge. Josh and I were kind of reluctant to do that because we really loved it. And from a creative and innovative side, which we both kind of are, we wanted to stick with it, but we got overruled. And so that was all going on. Okay. And I know this is a long-winded story, but it's been a long time. So I want to fill everybody in. That's why we do these lives. At the same time, I was on months ago, I was on a call Cole and I were talking in the evening, and I said, man, these Commander coins are so freaking cool. What if we took Trump and we put him on one and we turned him around so he wasn't facing the same way, but we made some other changes? And that's when we came out with the 5-ounce Trump presidential medal, which went absolutely bananas. It's the nicest thing on the market related in this category, made by Scottsdale, and they've sold really well. Well, we started to have some similar issues with the Trump 5-ouncer. And so basically we tweaked that and we used that product to learn what we needed to do to make the Scottsdale Mint. Because what was happening, if you go back to the Trump, you can see that the edge is different. The edge, it's a regular, reeded collar.
Yeah,
but because
I think it's
go ahead.
Yankee's going to show it here. Yeah, there it is. See, it's like a normal edge, like on a Silver Eagle, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
But because the quality that Scottsdale has done here, if you look at the face, it's so high, just like a proof coin would be, that even with the rim and even in a regular airtight that an ATB ships in and all the other airtights, we were still having the scratching issue. So Scottsdale had to go and they made a custom 5-ounce airtight for this product. And since they've done that, everything has been smooth sailing. Once we buttoned down all those hatches, then we were able to go back and start striking the Commander again, because it's very similar in concept, right?
Right.
So we took months of knowledge and months of feedback and months of trying all these different things, and we finally got the Commander series, what we think is perfect. And actually, we'll talk about the grading once we unveil it. The grading services are calling a huge percentage of them perfect. And so the major update is we've redone the rim, and it has its own custom airtight that it ships in. And because of all those changes, and Josh will be able to talk to this, the strike that you're going to see on the third Commander is unlike nothing out there. It's absolutely incredible. We sent the 5-ounce silver off to grading at NGC. 95% of them, 95% came back as perfect MS-70 specimens. That doesn't happen.
That's amazing.
US Mint Eagles don't even come close to that. Like, not even close. So that is the quality. That's the time that we put in to really take what I thought was an amazing product line, an amazing series. And Josh's team went to work and they just took it to another level that's why we're here. We're super excited about what this is now. And we're super excited to introduce it to the market, show it to everybody, and get the Commander series like going back again. Because I will tell you, the fourth launch, there's not going to be as much time between the third and the fourth launch. Okay.
Well, that's good.
But, and we'll talk more about that later. But that is the full backstory of people saying, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I hope that answers pretty much all the questions for that. And
should we do it?
If Josh, do you want to add anything else before we show this puppy off to the world?
Yeah, I think you did a good job. I mean, clearly there aren't many mints that produce a size, over 60 millimeters, a 64 millimeter to be exact. It is difficult. And then when you do a reverse proof like strike, it shows so many imperfections. Again, it's why no one wants to do it. So we really pushed, we pushed that infinity edge where it kind of, it had, there's always a give and take in anything that you produce. And it was what we really loved about Napoleon when we first rolled it out is that it had a very unique finish, right? And then it kind of went off on the edge. Some people said it was cheap, but that gave us a very unique layer. It just ran all the way out. So what we try to do with some of the modifications is the best of both worlds. We wanted a similar finish on the surface of the coin, but yet have that rim to essentially protect the coin while it's being transported to the customers, and still look pretty awesome. So I think we did nail it. Obviously, the grading companies have been pretty darn impressed. Yeah, and confirmed it. So I think it took some time. Also, for those that don't know, summer is not the best time to launch new coins. So it wasn't most people are traveling. Once you get back from Labor Day, kids are back at school, people are focused. And so this is a much better time to launch as well. So some of the timing was R&D, and then also get through summer. So here we are.
Here we are.
And I'm dying to show this.
I think we should just do it. Is the chat ready? Do you guys want to see
They're doing drum rolls.
the newest release in the Commander series is? Who's it going to be? I saw a ton of people in the chat saying who they thought it was going to be, and I don't think I saw anyone actually pick the right one. So I'm going to pin Yankee here at the front here, so we can. Let's see here. How do I make you big, Yankee? Let's see. I'm trying to. There we go. There we go. Okay, so
you're nice and big.
You are like huge.
All right, here it is, guys.
Let's see.
Here it is.
The Cortez, Hernan Cortez. In the finish, can I just say right off the bat, I think it is better. It is more of a contrast, the matte and the proof-like features, than the Napoleon and the patent. This is one of the most beautiful pieces of silver I've ever seen in my entire life. So Yankees, of course, holding the 5-ounce. And
can I show the reverse? I mean, it is what you're used to seeing, but still, I mean, even that is just gorgeous.
Literal fire. I mean, yeah, let's see the fireballs in the chat for this piece. Absolutely incredible. So gorgeous. And so they're obviously not just going to be releasing the 5-ounce silver. There is 2 more releases coming out today. And Yankee, do you want to show them off here? I can already see one down at the bottom.
I know. You want to start? I'll put the big one up.
Let's see it.
Well, first, look at that. I know this is Silver Pros, but guys, gold is absolutely gorgeous, and they did a phenomenal job with that gold piece. Look at that.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. They got the 1
love
ounce.
The card that it's in. Look at the card. We'll talk a little bit about that in a minute.
Yes, gorgeous. They got the 1 ounce gold, and they also have, to be consistent with the other releases, the gold is going to be offered in the 10th ounce. And
there she is.
Just a beautiful piece. You know, for people who want to collect both silver and gold, maybe can't afford the gold. Obviously, we got new all-time highs right now. Right. This could be an option for a lot of people out there. So I think these are absolutely fire. And, you know, I really want to hear from Josh, you know, why Cortez was chosen. And we'll continue to show them off as we do that. But if you could just maybe give us a little backstory, Josh.
Yeah, so as we're picking out, you know, really interesting commanders, some of the best guys on battlefields, the most historic, military commanders, you know, Cortez was definitely in the list. Most are aware, some might not be, but he essentially came from Spain and conquered what is now modern day Mexico, and even found California. And, you know, obviously there's a lot of interesting analogies. So you guys have heard the term burn the ships. And so that was Cortez. So a lot of people don't know where that comes from. That means there's no coming back. And so when his men landed, they came from Cuba, and they landed in Mexico, what's now Mexico. They dismantled some of the ships. They sunk and burned the other ships. I believe they may only left one. And the concept was to his guys was, we're only going to win. We're going forward. And I think what's kind of interesting, in the last few years, Cortez has become a popular figure. So, you know, if we go back a long time ago, they were like, oh, he was such a bad guy. He slaughtered all the Indians and the locals that were there. And now we're finding out that most of the other tribes in Mexico, in the land, actually teamed up with the Europeans to conquer the Aztecs. And so you got to remember, the Aztecs, you know, if anyone's seen the Mel Gibson movie Acapulco, right? They were a pretty tough, very sacrilegious. They did human sacrifice of children. I think it's known that they sacrificed 80,000 prisoners in 4 days. And so they would rip out hearts and throw them down the steps of these pyramids. They're still, I think, just even recently are finding more and more underground burials of just extreme amount of skulls and bones. And so this was not a good people at the time. I think we can kind of look back on that and say, you know what, maybe Cortez did a good thing. And I've talked to people from Mexico, and I kind of over the last number of months, and typically he's viewed as favorable in the country, in their history. And so, you know, what he did with teaming up with the locals, and I think it was only like 1,000 men, conquered the masses of people were quite big. And if you listen to the, you know, if you look into the story, they should make a movie. I don't know if there's been a movie about Cortez, but he was brought in. A lot of the Aztecs thought they were gods. So they were coming off the ships. They didn't know really who these guys were. And there were moments where sometimes, because they were gods, they were actually brought into the inner cities before the battles would take place. So it was, you know, really interesting history. I'm by no means a history buff. I need to do more, but I do have I have interest in history, right? I like to hear the facts, especially when someone presents something, you know, from the media, whatever. I like to distrust what the actual story is. Let's go and research it. Let's learn more. And I think Cortez is definitely one of those where for those that are watching, that maybe this is has sparked some intrigue to go study history from the 1500s. Go check out Hernan Cortez.
All right. Well, you know, I actually have a question for Chase as well, because I'm on your website right now, Chase, and I've typed in a few search things to try and figure out how to buy these, because you said we're going to be able to buy them tonight, right?
Yeah, you will. I want to mention a few other things real quick.
Yeah,
so
please
on the 10th ounce gold, as you see in the screen. So we also made an addition there based off community feedback. And, you know, that's one of the things we pride ourselves on at SD Bullion, is being as connected with the community as possible. People were not happy that these were the high quality strike was shipping out in flips. And so we went back to Scottsdale, said, what are our options? And so now these are going to also ship in, the 10th ounce is going to also ship in protective airtights as well. So we're excited about that new addition. And I glazed over, like when Yankee was showing over the Cortez. I want to go back and just make a point real quick, because I want to make sure people didn't miss it, because literally 3 days ago, I was having to explain to a newbie how the grading services work, because the question was like, why isn't every coin a 70? Well, these guys are striking metal to metal, right? And the bigger face that you get like this, it's even harder to do, like Josh said. And then when you're doing basically a proof strike or reverse proof strike, it's even more difficult. And so the fact that, you know, these guys at the grading services are looking, you know, and they're trained to find any blemish, any nick or anything from metal striking metal, and that 95% of these came back as perfect specimens, it's mind-boggling to the job that Scottsdale's done on this. And I think, like, when Josh, when you were telling the story about burn the ships, I feel like that's kind of what happened here at Scottsdale through this time, is like, you burned the ship and you came out with this, just, it's the best product out there. There's nothing that grades in a 95% perfect level. So I don't think we should, I think I kind of just glazed over that. So I just wanted to make sure people understood that point. When I say it graded a 70, these are trained people that look at coins all day with coin loops looking for any blemish, and they couldn't find it on only 5% of the batch that we sent to them, which is struck just like any other batch that you're going to be buying. So just want to tip my hat again to Scottsdale. It was just incredible.
Great job. An incredible coin.
Job.
Beautiful.
There is another thing.
It's so interesting looking at those three, because I don't have one yet. I have the other two that you have. I don't have Cortez yet.
Can't have
so
mine.
when I'm looking at,
you can't have mine.
I know. When I'm looking at Dragon's channel, it's so interesting to see them now, all three together, and you can really see the changes that were made. And as much as I love those other two, as much as I love Pat and Napoleon, I think they're great, and I'll always have them. Like, man, that looks really good. So I can't wait to get one myself.
Chase, there's another thing. There's one more thing that we might have glazed over too, and that's what's over your right shoulder. Can I just
the poster?
Oh, the poster.
Yeah,
in fact,
of course.
Yeah. Chase, could I turn on my
Yankee? Are you going to do a face reveal right now? Please.
I want to turn on my camera, okay, on me, and show this poster up close. How's
Okay,
that sound?
be careful because there's almost 1,000 people watching right now. You might accidentally show your face. I'm serious.
Okay. All right. No. Here we go.
I'm actually kind of surprised he's doing this. Wow.
There it is.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
You know, he almost drops it. I have to say, this poster, the color is fantastic. One of my favorites of the three. One of my favorites.
Yep.
So, yeah, but getting back to my question, Chase, how do we get these coins if people wanted to pick them up? Like,
yeah, do you want to share your screen and
yeah, let me
show you.
Let me show you here. I searched for Cortez on SD Bullion, and it's like there's no results. And then I look for Commander, and of course we have, the beautiful Patton. We have Napoleon, but there's no where. How do we get the new one?
Yeah. So this is the first time we've done this. So I'm interested to see how this goes because, this is a special launch for us. We're excited to take it to market, and we said, what extra could we do? And so we decided for the first time to give away a secret link, and we emailed our list and said, hey, if you're interested in the Commander, come on the video. We'll give you the link to find it on our website. You're not going to find it anywhere else, just like Dragons couldn't find it. We've jumped through. I've had my guys checking everything. We have all these rules that show different things. It's like, make sure you can't find it. Only go into one specific link. So we're going to open it up only to people that are on the video. They're going to have this link now until Monday. Monday, we're going to launch it to the public, just like we normally would. Send the email, get the banners up, all that. But from now until then, if you're on this video, you can go to sdbullion.com, Dragons.
Yep, I'm going.
I know. We're never going to use this URL again, by the way. It's too simple. So I hope you enjoy it now. /secret.
Secret. There it is. So sdbullion.com/secret, and of course you can see we have
there it is.
We have the Cortez available, and
you have all the purchasing options there. You have the poster bundles, which were way more. People are loving the poster. We love the posters. We all have them in our offices. Yep. They're way more popular than we could have ever imagined, and we have ideas to even enhance these in the future. So I think people are going to really enjoy what we come up with next. But so you have all the different purchasing options there. You're not going to be able to find it anywhere else on the website. So I hope you write that down. Maybe we put it somewhere where they can get it, because if you forget /secret, you're not going to be able to find it. It's not in your email.
Well, one of our great mods, Tuli, just put it in the chat. Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tuli. So she's going to be putting it in through the chat here as we go through the night, and so you guys will remember how to get to the link if you want to pick one up for yourself. And of course, we're going to be giving away a few of them at the end of the stream, so stick around for that. And once again, Yankee, how do they enter this giveaway that we're going to be doing here in about half hour?
You need to be a subscriber to Silver Dragons, which I'm sure almost everybody is. And then you need to put something in the chat. And I am going to start capturing right now all the names that are in the chat. So make sure you put something in there. And then at the very end, we'll spin those names on the wheel of names.
Right. And while you're doing that, I am opening up the live Q&A, if I can spell it right.
Good idea.
And I think this is going to be your chance.
Answered a lot. Chase answered a lot there. So if you have some new questions to put in there for any of us, that's the place to put it right there.
Yes.
Have we announced the giveaway? What's going to be on the giveaway yet?
I don't think we did. Why don't you tell them what they're going to win, Chase?
Okay. First giveaway is going to be a poster, Cortez poster that Yankee just had, and then we're going to give away 2 5-ounce silver Cortez. So three winners total. Poster, 2 5-ounce silver Cortez.
That's awesome.
Very generous.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. And feel free to put your questions in the Q&A there. This is going to be your chance, guys. What an opportunity for the community to actually be able to talk here with 2 fabulous CEOs, some of the biggest silver and gold companies in the entire world. And so do you guys want to just get into that?
I can I ask a question?
Please do. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't get to talk to Josh as much as I'd want to. So, um, and I don't get to be on the product meetings. It's kind of Cole was with you guys last Thursday, right? That's kind of his side of the business that he manages. I don't get to be in a lot of those meetings. I'm just high level type of stuff. I don't get to do the minutia. So, Josh, can you walk me through like what you guys, how you guys pulled this off? I mean, obviously you're not going to give away any IP or anything like that, but tell us the difference in the strike of the patent and Napoleon and the strike of this, and just kind of how they're different, and maybe why the finishes look a little bit different. And as much as I pains me to say it, why overall, and the grading services are saying the quality is just off the charts. Like what did you guys do?
Yeah, we might need to increase the price on it. But I'm kind of kidding, but at the same time, I think the amount of the R&D that went into the type of steel we're working with, the way the die is polished, the type of die, the style of die, which press or presses is this product being produced on, and really it came down to people. And so, you know, I'm blessed to be I'm on the chat today in our new facility in Wyoming that we've been operating out of for roughly about a year. So not only do we have just some of the most amazing equipment, but we got an awesome, talented team. So we brought in a number of people together and said, hey, here are some of the challenges. Here's some of the really good stuff that we got going on. Here's some of the challenges. What can we do to make it better? And that's really what our company is. We're not perfect. We just want to always continue to produce a better product for those that have been investing, whether it be investment grade bullion from that says Scottsdale Mint on it. You've probably seen the evolution over the last 15 plus years from our company. I'm seeing some other coins up held up, the cowboy round, a lot of the other things. I mean, we love to kind of push the envelope. Oftentimes when the market gets absolutely insane and crazy, we can't do as much R&D. But during the times where we can develop new techniques, new styles, you know, we definitely try to make things happen. I think, you know, Cole came to me and the rest of the team, and Chase did as well from SD Bullion, and said, hey, we want to do a Trump round that really takes, and guys, there's so many Trump products out there on the market. This is the best product in the world and it's also proved in sales. I won't say the numbers, but it's been spectacular. I mean, it's incredible, and it's a piece that really kind of helped us kind of evolve what we did, even with the Commander and the Trump at the same time. So we're excited. It definitely feels a little bit different, but it is similar in stature.
I have a question on that. So when you're talking about R&D to create a product like this, how many, how many attempts to get somewhere? How many coins are you stamping or rounds are you stamping to get to your final product? Is that question make sense? Like
a lot.
I assume, yeah, okay. Like, are we talking hundreds? Are we talking?
Yeah, I think the most difficult thing is you're producing lots of dies. So you're moving depths around, finishes around. You're changing even how the die is cut, and how that finish impacts the blank. And as you mentioned, I mean, this mintage it's 4,999,
Yep.
correct? So the key is, we can make something look good for the picture, right? Here's a sample, but go make 5,000 of them. And so this is where it gets very difficult for any manufacturing company. And I'm telling you, so clean rooms, so a hair, lint. I'm talking, so, how often are we polishing the dies? How many strikes? What is the tonnage on the strikes? What is the recipe? How many strikes? And I can say what goes into these is probably this product, I think, for the price for what SD Bullion is selling it for. If you were watching this Saturday morning on CNBC, and you guys have all seen these shows, they're going to probably be a 2x in price, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
So, And my company produces products for some of the guys that do sell things at really high, really high premiums. So, a testament to SD Bullion is very, price obtainable, where it's not really, they're not crazy prices, especially for this type of quality.
Yeah,
that's
can I jump in there? I just wanted to
Yep.
mention that everyone's asking the mintages in the Q&A, and for the
Okay.
10th ounce gold is going to be 10,000 max mintage
10,000
there.
units. Yeah.
For the 1/10th ounce, the 1 ounce is 2,000, and the 5 ounce silver is the 4,999 for the mintage number, and that is the same. Can I get the confirmation with the other releases as well, the Napoleon and the Patton?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so there you guys go on the mintage numbers, and
Chase, can I ask a question on
please
the
do, Yankee,
gold?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I know we mentioned it, but talk about this card
Yeah, what's the deal with the card thing?
that holds
Um,
this.
That's Josh. That's your exclusive, isn't it? The Certalock.
Yeah, so we designed that. So Certalock is a really interesting packaging. So we do a lot of our gold bars come in that. So if you have an iPhone, right, you can scan that card right now with the Certalock app. It's free, and it's going to pull up that card, and you type in your serial number that's on the card, and it's a special algorithm, and it's going to tell you if it's a match. Not only will it tell you that, it's going to show you a picture of your exact coin in your hand when it was the picture when it was produced. And so what's really nice is it gives confidence when you want to resell it. So let's say in 10 years you want to sell it to your neighbor, and they don't know where you got it from. They may not know who Scottsdale Mint is, but they now have another way to authenticate and notice that the packaging's not been tamper evident. So we produced this design. We wanted something kind of regal for all the commanders. So we came up with this design. So yeah, if you guys are buying the Napoleon, you're buying the Patton, you're buying Cortez, and then into the next years, it's going to be a similar packaging.
Yeah, it's really nice because there's really not much like that on the market that has that type of protective packaging, is what I would call it. You want to buy something graded and pay up for the packaging, you can. A lot of the gold bars come in assays, but is there any other gold coins, any other major gold coins that I can't think of that actually comes in an airtight Certalock? And I didn't even know the depth of it. That's amazing that you can see the picture the day that it was struck. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
that's free.
Great service. Yeah, it's a great service ad.
Other people charge for those types of services. We appreciate, Scottsdale Mint has really grown with our gold production over the last few years. And, we're producing gold products of all shapes, sizes, and volumes for people all over the world. So we really want to make sure when you're spending, I mean, that's, gold now is nearly $2,600 an ounce, right? So, when you do that, you want confidence of who you're buying it from, that it is pure, and that's exactly a critical component of gold.
All right, I gotta say, I do. I like the rim. I do. I think I am so glad you listened, Chase, and both of you really responded to what people were saying. This is my favorite by far.
It's my favorite too. And
It's beautiful.
speaking of the series, we got a question here from Aaron Grant. What is the timing on the next release? Can you give us a little insight, Chase or Josh, either one?
Yeah, especially since there's still 900 people on this thing. Wow. Let's flirt a little bit with that, shall we? So there was a pretty good sized gap between 2 and 3. We covered why and all that. It just so happens, it's just weird, right, Josh? Because Napoleon came out when the Napoleon movie came out. Patton came out when Josh and I were both in Berlin together, and Patton had his past there, and we documented that on a video together. That was really fun. We had this thing with Cortez. Number 4, totally coincidental, is going to also sync up with something that's going on in the world. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. People should be able to figure it out. But there's a movie coming up that's a huge movie. I'll just say the first movie that came out was incredible. Was one of the biggest movies 20 years ago, and they're doing a second version, right? There's a pretty popular well, I won't say popular character. There's a guy from that time that was very famous at the same time.
You're making me want to quote it, but I'm not going
A
to.
popular commander, maybe, right?
Popular commander.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And so because of that, we are rushing to get the fourth one out to sync up with that, kind of like we did with Napoleon. So that's going to be what they're telling me is November.
Okay, and,
So,
it's,
go.
It's
Okay.
possible that someone put it in
No,
the
it's,
chat.
that's public.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's
It's
possible.
possible that
I
I
don't
saw
know.
it like 5 times.
I'm
today.
looking at the chat and
possible.
I don't see it.
And I do
I
want to
see
say a while back there was a couple of super chats. We want to thank you guys so much for that. We have a question here from Dan. How many coins are in the Commander series? How many? What's the total? How many releases will there be?
Josh, you want to cover that?
Are we allowed to say? I mean, there's 4 this year, right? It's the first year.
Three per calendar year is
Okay.
well, yeah.
Okay.
So 2024. So this is the final for 2024. So we've got, I'll say this, we have 10 plus. So do we stop at 12? Is it 15? There are a lot of really good command, and we're kind of having trouble with like, who do we not have? And if you're going to notice, we're trying to skip around eras as well. Obviously Patton was very modern, right? That was the last one. So now we're going a little bit, we're going back, several hundred years here, with Cortez. So as we're going to skip around a little bit. So I think it will be more than 10. And where exactly we land, I think we'll be sharing a little bit more soon.
William Rose says it can go on for a while.
The way these are selling, yeah, they could. And as long as we're doing well and people like the product, absolutely.
All right. We got kind of an interesting question here from Kyle. He says, have you heard about the 2024 Silver Eagles with the star privy marks? Does either of you care to comment on those or any thoughts?
I can. I know Yankee came up Dragons that came up last week as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We know a lot. I'll tell you that. We're going to be SD Bullion is going to be a big player in them. I don't know exactly what all I can say and what I can't say. But it is happening, and it's going to be, I think, here in the next couple of months, if not sooner. You're going to start seeing them at least for pre-sale. And it's not the only one they're doing. They're doing 3 total. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell the mintages or not. I told you Dragons last week.
Sure.
One of our people was at dinner with the U.S. Mint, so I'm not exactly sure what we can say or what we can't say. But it's real. It's coming. And SD Bullion is going to be a big player in it. We'll probably be on the show talking about it whenever we can talk about it when we have a go-to-market plan. But we are expected them to be extremely popular. It's the first time the U.S. Mint's ever done this. They're going to be the most collectible Silver Eagle out there, pretty much. So yeah, sorry I can't say a lot, but it'll be here. You'll be able to start buying them within the next couple months.
All right, confirmed it's real. And actually, Neil is asking a question here for Josh. Any ETA on the Galaxy Kilos from Scottsdale?
That was good, really good question. That was a pretty epic experience when we saw those being produced, and I think we've been essentially testing them really for the better part of another almost 2 years. So we still have some here. We've been working with metallurgists around and have not been able to duplicate it. So it is pretty special. It is very fragile on the surface, and it's a special grain structure. So we do have some in our vault right now. I don't know if this is going to be an heirloom product that never gets released, or it does. So, our hope is if we could figure out the exact recipe, and produce it in an extremely limited, that'd be great. Or maybe this only happens every few years. So I think what we didn't want to do is release something that we said was very rare, and then suddenly we're popping them out every day, right? That's not how we do this. So they're sitting on the shelf right now in our vault. So I'm not sure. I know we get requests for that product. And for those that don't know, essentially it was a kilo bar that looks like a galaxy of stars that formed on the surface and it was just incredibly pure silver, some of the purest silver. And I don't know if it was the barometric pressure, the cooling. There was like extreme temperatures that were happening here in Wyoming, as opposed to our operation in Arizona, which doesn't get extremely cold temperatures. So I don't know exactly what happened with that. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
but it's been a while, right? You're saying it still looks the same though. It's
it
held
does.
that type of
Yeah.
wow.
Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna kind of show it. It's pretty sick. I mean, we're talking about a silver product. I mean, one of the most beautiful products I've ever seen. So great job with those. There's so many more questions. There's probably 10 people asking the same question in a little bit different of a way. But since we have both of you guys on here, I think we have to bring it up. Silver crushed it today. You know, for a brief period there, it was over $31 an ounce. It still is. Actually, we could check. But where do you think it's headed from here? Maybe we could start with you, Chase. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. Wars. We got the election coming up. Probably more rate cuts, as Jerome Powell said. So what do you think's next for silver?
Everybody's gonna hate my answer.
It's a tough question, but we got to ask it. I mean, they're all asking.
Go
it.
on, Chase.
Yeah, we get this answer every day on the phones, right? I don't know. If I knew, I'd be a full-time trader. So I don't know. Look, Yankee, you know this. I don't stack for price. I stack for ounces. I stack because it's always going to be worth. It's always going to retain my purchasing power. So price is actually something I give little thought to. Other than I have to manage a business that it's important to on a day-to-day basis. But personally, you know, my stack, if you will, gold and silver both, I don't even check the value of it because the US dollar value to my stack is completely irrelevant to me. It has nothing to do with why I own the metal. And because, you know, if gold went to 10,000 and silver went to 1,000, you wouldn't be selling your metal because the fiat, the currency you'd be getting would be absolute trash. So I'm sorry I don't have a great answer. If you had James Anderson on here that looks at technicals all day, he could probably give you a great answer. I'm not that guy. I just I stack for the for the preservation of savings. That's the bottom line.
Well, we'd love to hear your thoughts on it too, Josh. Just on silver price moving forward from here.
Yeah, sure. So obviously we're entering a volatile period, right? We've got, you know, we've got a huge election coming up. Are they going to recognize the results of it? Is there going to be civil unrest? Is there going to be World War III? There's so many dynamics that are impacting, and we've seen gold really move up. Gold did hit a gold to silver ratio just recently of 90-1. So, you know, that was a little more extreme. So silver's actually outperformed gold since that over just the last few trading days. We're right around 84-1. So, but still, it kind of shows that there could be room for silver to go up. Now, that said, we could step back a little bit. We could really continue to climb. And I think that the difficult thing that the Fed has been in is they're faced with an economy that's slowing. There's a lot of problems brewing, but yet they got inflation. And so when they lower interest rates, right, that's gonna increase inflationary pressure. So I think from a short-term perspective, yeah, was some of the move priced in? You know, we're gonna find out. But I'd say longer term, like this decade, if you guys are trusted politicians and they're thinking that we're gonna have world peace, then don't buy metals, right? But it's essentially going to be up and to the right over the next decade, for the most. And there'll be a lot of zigs and zags in between. So that's my take.
Yeah, the GSR is a good point there too, right? Because we're so far away from what happened in 2011 on there. So if you're looking at silver specifically as a trade, sure, there's a lot of technicals that say, yeah, there's a lot of room. And in a massive bull market historically, silver always kind of catches and surpasses gold when we look at just percentage returns. So there's no doubt that there's a lot of meat left on the bone, right? It's always the question of timing, which, you know, Warren Buffett says he doesn't even know timing of market. So I don't know.
Well, I got to say, hey, we have over 1,000 people here live. Stick around. We're going to be doing one of the biggest giveaways we've ever done in about 10 minutes. Get your thoughts, get your name in the giveaway by typing something into the chat. It's as simple as that. And we have a question here from Eric. for you, Josh, are people going to be able to tour the Scottsdale Mint? I mean, we look behind you, we see this beautiful wall. You know, they want to buy T-shirts, silver, whatever. Is that going to be a possibility?
So we get requests. If we were open for tours, I'm not kidding you, we would have a lot of people here every day. So whether it's local, people coming through on their way to Jackson Hole or Yellowstone, I would love to be able to give tours on a regular basis. If I got you in and out of my building in less than 2 hours, we did. There's that much to see, and I truly mean that. And so unfortunately, we're not open to the public, and it's primarily also due to security. So we have it's a full foundry. We're melting, we're fabricating, right? We're striking. So it's not a safe place for kids. And obviously security. So we're an armed facility. So we've got armed guys. They even watch me when I walk around the building on a cell phone call if I just want some fresh air for 5 minutes. So it's a different type of environment than normal. So we will probably do something in the future. Do we have an experience center that we have here? I mean, we're doing a lot of cool things here. We're different. We're not a government mint, but we make a lot of stuff for some of the governments. So we're a little more innovative and quicker and faster than some of the others out there. I totally respect the U.S. Mint and they're very iconic. We're very happy to, but we're very happy to be producing in the United States for sure.
Dragons, can you think of two silver pros that have experience in giving sneak peeks with security in mind and proper prior, making sure that things are not exposed? Dude, I can think of two people.
Dude, when we went to SD Bullion, I was blown away by the security. I mean,
it was incredible.
It was incredible. I mean, I felt like it was like the army or something.
You can show that. Don't point your camera there. We need to review all the film. I mean, you guys, Chase, you put us through the ringer, but it made total sense because we had to be very careful.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. We'll do like Zoom calls or whatever with just say like third-party contractors or companies, and our guys will be on camera on the second floor up there, and they'll do the walkthrough. Guys will be walking behind them, looks like they're going to war, and the people they're totally shocked. They're like, "Are you okay? What's going on behind you?" Like, no, it's just we work in a depository,
There is a really technical question here from SG.
Yep.
They're asking about the reeded rim on the new Cortez. Is it higher than the highest point on the face of Cortez, the rim itself, or are they the same height?
Yeah, so it's going to be just above to protect from scratching. So yeah, the rim is going to be just enough to protect that strike.
There you go.
Yeah, and also if I understand what the guy's asking because of what we've been dealing with, keep in mind the airtight is also now custom fit for this specific strike.
Yep.
So since we made the adjustments with the Trump, we've had almost zero customer issues. So we're very confident that people are gonna not have these issues and love what they get in their hands.
Yeah, there was a question here from Chip asking about a display case for the series. Is that something you're going to wait until maybe you know how many you're going to make before you come up with a case, or is that going to be offered?
We've definitely thought about it. So yeah, I think maybe there's a way to do something that could be definitely pretty.
It's
cool.
on the table.
Yeah, it's on the table.
It's on the table.
When we have some ideas already. So yeah.
Yankee, I know you're looking in the regular chat. Have you got any questions for these two gentlemen right here? There's a million.
They're behaving
in the
themselves. I know they're stick with the Q&A, man. Can I get it in Canada? Can I get it in Canada? Says Antonio Portinelli.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah. So this is being SD Bullion has the exclusive. So while we're producing it, the only place you can buy it is through SD Bullion right now.
/secret for now.
Secret.
Yes.
That's right.
Secret. Yeah, you could. We ship all over. There's got to be other people from all over the world. We ship all over the world. So if you want it, we ship to several countries. Not every country, obviously, but several.
Josh, there from 40K is asking you if you have any plans of releasing a unique sized larger bars, like a 40 ounce or 50 ounce bar. Is that something you guys have ever considered?
It's great.
In regards to Commander?
No, I
Sorry,
just
go
think
ahead,
in
Josh.
general because they said
Just
bar.
anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just came out with a 15-ounce bar that has kind of been, it was our anniversary for our 15th year anniversary bar. Kind of looks like, if you've not seen it, it's got the XV on it. It almost looks like a high-end whiskey, like an exclusive label or something. So we did that. That product has been really, really popular over the last few months. So yeah, are we going to do more things in the future? You betcha. So thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, the dragon was a unique size too. It was like 888 or something.
Yeah, those have been, the Lucky Dragons have sold out 2 years in a row. We've only had it for 2 years. The gold, which is 8.88 ounces of gold, first year is completely sold out. This year's almost gone as well. So those have been, I mean, that's a $20,000 gold bar, and we've sold nearly, or 88 last year, and it's approaching 88 this year. So we definitely make some pretty cool, unique sizes.
For sure. And, we're going to be doing that giveaway very shortly because we're going to run out of time here. But I want to get one more of these really good general questions for you guys while we have you on here. So Chris is asking, just ready to get started buying. They want to get some silver. They want to get some gold. If they're going to spend around $10,000, what would you guys suggest maybe a good ratio, silver to gold, or what to buy? We could start with you, Chase.
$10,000 ratio, man. For me, I'm a 50-50 guy, especially if you're just starting out. Maybe if you're just starting out, maybe 70-30, 70 being silver, and then as you keep going, I kind of lean more towards 50-50 and further towards gold. My personal preference.
Sure.
And I would obviously be buying Scottsdale Mint, gold and silver from SDBullion.com. Shameless plug. If you go to SD Bullion, click on silver, find Scottsdale Silver Mint. You can find the 15-ounce XV bar there. You can find their new Buffalo Girl. You can find everything. We basically carry everything that you guys make, I think, at this point, Josh. So yeah, you can find go buy some high-quality Scottsdale Mint bullion there.
Yep. And what about you, Josh? What would you suggest for someone with about $10,000 to spend?
Yeah, it also depends on age, time frame. Usually if you don't have any at all, you can't really go wrong. You got to get in the game. So it's obviously with what's going on, they're both going to probably perform quite well. Obviously, silver has more upside potential on a percentage basis. It also has a little bit more downside. So it's definitely more volatile up and down. If you're only going to spend $10,000 and that's it, I'd probably go a little bit heavier silver or almost all silver. But if you plan on doing regular buying, closer to what Chase was saying, maybe start 70 silver, 30 gold. And then as you get bigger, definitely as people grow, and let's say they're in six figures, they're going seven figures, that's when you're going to probably want a more outsized position in gold at some point. Especially, I mean, I know people that have been investing, over the last 20 years when, gold was $200, $300, $400, and now it's over 2,500. So now you can kind of diversify your holdings between, and ratios between the two.
All right, last chance to get in on the giveaway. Type something into the comments section. This is your last chance. I'm serious.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds, guys.
Oh, my goodness.
10 seconds.
It's going to blow up, Yankee. Any last remarks here, Chase, before we do the giveaway?
You know what I was thinking, so I got to say it. I mean, we got a lot of people in here. I think more than we've ever had. If we hold at 1,000 people through the giveaway, let's throw in an extra 5 ounce.
Oh my!
Just for the participation, just to say thank you for coming out. I mean, unbelievable showing tonight. So
that's fantastic. Wow!
I haven't even looked at the sales dashboard. We could maybe pull it up and see what's going on. But let's give away some more. If we hold 1,000, let's give away some more silver.
Okay.
So we're gonna give away the poster first, right?
Yeah. So 4 spins.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Four spins. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to share my screen here.
All right. Yeah, we'll do the giveaways, and then we'll get your guys' last thoughts before we close out. So, yes, go ahead and
Can you
Share
see
it.
the wheel?
I have the wheel pulled up. It is front and center, ready to go, Yankee.
All right, let's put the names in right now. And there they are.
And then we got to spin it 4 times. Let's do it.
All right, shuffle it up really well.
Good luck, everyone. This first one is just for the poster, okay? So I'm saying just the poster. It's a freaking cool poster.
It's
on,
a
man.
beautiful poster.
But there's no
I
silver.
love this thing.
Okay.
That's good.
Those
All right.
posters have been selling out, haven't they?
It's amazing. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Josh,
warm-up
real
spin.
life. William Ellis, Juan Gusto, Stephen Jackson, Tool 069C.
RS, maybe?
I think it's going to be RSHF.
All right. Please shoot me an email, RSHF, silverdragons47@gmail.com. And go ahead and spin it again, Yankee, shall we?
Here we go.
You could also email Yankee, too. There's no harm in email. Yankee
No harm in
Stacking.
emailing me.
yankeestacking@gmail.com. Both of our emails are in the description. And make sure you include not only your address, but also your phone number if they have any issues with shipping it out to you. And your name. We need to know your name.
Yep. Chuck Packard, Hi Jingo, Silver Stacking, Edward Carls, Teresa Meyer, Stephen Blanchard.
This is for the Cortez, the 5-ounce silver.
Stephen, hold on to it. Oh, he did by the hair right there. Stephen, you won.
Congratulations, Steven. You won one of the Cortez.
All right, let's spin it again.
All right, for another 5-ounce silver. These giveaways are courtesy of SD Bullion. Thank you so much for doing the giveaways.
Yeah. Is this number 2?
This is number 2 for the silver right here.
For the Cortez? Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
second Cortez. Here we go. We've got Joel, Dane, MJ, Bilbo, the Backwoods Stacker,
Joe.
Midwest Camping, D-Slag, Joe, Shirley. No, I think it's going to be
Lee, I think.
Yeah, Lee W. Blunt Jr. Lee W. Blunt Jr. gets the second one.
Congratulations, and we're over 1,000.
Congratulations.
So they're gonna do a third
We're
Cortez.
still, right?
Third
Are we
of the
good to go,
5-ounce.
Chase? Here we go.
Let's do it.
Over
I'll
1,000
shuffle
people.
this one up really well here, really well.
Best of luck, everyone.
Last giveaway.
5-ounce silver Cortez right here. Good luck. Oh, I want to win one. I mean,
I know, right?
I want like 10 of them.
But we can't. All right, so
I could buy
let's
10.
see. That's true. That's true. Ellie, Amber Rose, Alpaca, Carbon Metals, Pedria G, Amy Slayer.
It's the first in the series with the new finish, guys. The first in the series with the new finish.
Dave Dassey wins the final Cortez.
Congratulations, Dave. So, yes,
Boy,
everyone, please email me, silverdragons47@gmail.com if you saw your name pop up. And, yeah,
Awesome.
bring it back to
That's
full screen. That was the giveaway. That was so much fun.
Very generous.
Those are the
Very
best.
nice.
Yep.
Let's get your last closing comments here, Josh, as we finish out the unveiling of the Cortez. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, no, I'm so excited get this program back up and going. You know, it was a great summer. We got a lot of things accomplished, and I think the markets are getting very interesting. So, what a great time to be checking out a new coin product, and let's see how fast this thing sells out.
Awesome. Well, we loved having you on. Thank you so much, Josh. And any last thoughts from you, Chase?
Yeah, thanks for having us on. Great turnout. Thanks for everybody that came out. I know there's been a lot of interest in this series, so super excited to unveil it tonight. Huge hat tip to Scottsdale Mint for pulling off an incredible product here. We're super excited to have this series at SD Bullion. Just keep in mind, if you're interested in it before it goes on sale Monday to the public, the only way you're going to find it is sdbullion.com/secret, and then we'll open it up normally as we do on Monday. Thanks for having us again, guys. We always appreciate you and what you guys do with our brand.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
And
Dan.
we always appreciate. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, can I give one plug? You know, I always see everyone else's podcast and people talk about, you know, their new book they're releasing. So I've got something if you want to see.
No
book that
way.
we've been
You have a
working on
book?
for 2 years. It could be a New York Times bestseller.
Please.
It's a gold and silver ABC book for kids. And
Oh, nice.
it literally goes through
Oh,
the book, you know, F is for fineness. You know, it goes through the whole story. So we worked with some awesome
cute.
artists, and in the back, it shows a way for kids to start collecting with coins. And it has lots of like terminology for parents or grandparents to start teaching kids about, about fiat currency and what's going on in the world. So this is something that's going to be available through SD Bullion here before Christmas. So
awesome.
This is coming out soon. So back to the Commander though on topic. Yeah, a lot of cool things coming out.
Awesome. I'm excited. Anything you want to say, Yankee? I know we got Silver Pros coming up again on your channel. We bounce between the two channels. Anything, Yankee?
Yes. Thank you both for joining us. Thank you for this fun time we had together. And thank you, all of you watching right now, for watching Silver Pros.
Stack like a pro. Have a great night, everyone.